Hello my royal lovelies and welcome back to the channel. I thought I would make a video today showing myself because I've been making a series of just kind of audio picture videos for a while, and a lot of you were asking how I was, and I've just come out of hospital. I've been out almost 2 weeks now and I'm feeling a lot better, but there's still a way to go. Anyway, I thought I would come out and talk about something new and something that's been going on for a couple of days, but I want to give my take on it. Of course, I'm talking about Narinder Kaur, who made very derogatory comments about our gorgeous, lovely and very fresh-faced, I have to say, Princess of Wales. But before we go into that, I have some more Princess of Wales news that came out today. So I'm going to read from the Prince and Princess of Wales Kensington Palace Twitter account, or should that be the dreaded X now? I'm still not a big fan of X. I only have an account so I can follow the royals. By the way, I'm tilting my glasses so you don't get the glare of my ring light because it is the evening time when I am filming this. So, the palace tweeted, something exciting is coming. And there are a Christmas tree emoji and a musical note emoji. The invitations are fresh off the press for this year's Together at Christmas carol service. We get one. I look forward to it every single year, and we have another one, which will be returning, of course, to Westminster Abbey this year on Friday, the 6th of December. They say, we can't wait for you to join us too. Tune in on ITV and ITVX on Christmas Eve. So it's recorded at the Abbey on the 6th of December. We won't get to see it until Christmas Eve. It is always something that I look forward to. It's incredibly festive. It sets the mood on Christmas Eve, ready for Christmas. And of course, we get to see the delightful, lovely Catherine, probably a few other members of the royal family too. Will she be playing the piano this year? That would be really good to see how far she has progressed. Whether or not she will or not, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But also, what song do you think she should be playing, if indeed she does? But let's not hold our breath for that. It'll just be lovely to see her. And then, of course, we expect to see her at Sandringham Christmas morning. And we'll get to see who is attending Sandringham for Christmas. That's always something I look forward to. Before I commence my own family festivities, I always have the news on to see who is attending the Sandringham Christmas. Although one year I was incredibly disappointed because the news channel that I was watching actually cut to something completely different, and they actually missed the royals live walking from Sandringham down to the church. So I'm hoping that we get some really decent coverage this year. Right, moving on to my thoughts on Narinder Kaur. So Narinder Kaur has been in my consciousness since the early 2000s. I think it was series 2 of Big Brother in the UK. So it must have been 2001, 2002 that she was on. And I always remember her being outspoken. I actually quite liked her on Big Brother. And, you know, she's had a career in the media ever since. So she's had quite a long-standing career that she has built upon her outspokenness. And I don't mind outspokenness. You know, I welcome people's different opinions. I like people that speak their mind. I do it myself. So I can't really be hypocritical and judgmental on that. I like people that express how they feel. I like people where, you know where you stand with them. But I think Narinder, over the past couple of years, has been trying to get media attention by being not just outspoken, not just putting her views out there, but by being, what's the word? She likes to sort of, get people going. She likes to rile people up. There is a word for it that I'm looking for, and I can't quite get it. I'm still a little bit getting over my drug-puddled brain from being on all the antibiotics, and I'm just due to go on some new tablets as well. So bear with me while my brain readjusts to functioning. So I think she's being quite incendiary. Is that the word? Incendiary? Anyway, she likes to provoke and push people's buttons. And I think she pushed the wrong buttons because she decided to pick on our beloved Catherine, Princess of Wales. Now, I remember saying last year at the Remembrance Sunday service that Catherine wasn't looking well. Now, I wasn't picking on how she was looking in terms of aging. Narinder picked on and spoke about aging, which is very, very different. I remember saying that not this year, last year, that Catherine didn't look quite right. I thought she looked ill. I stopped short of saying ill because we didn't know at the time what was going on, but I didn't think she looked right. And it wasn't just the really bad angles. Let's not forget, they are on the balcony of the Foreign Commonwealth of Office, the Royal Ladies. So, of course, this year, Sophie and the Princess of Wales were on the balcony together. There's a few balconies with different royals spread out, but the main one, Sophie and Catherine. The photographers and the cameras are on the floor, on the ground, opposite. They do tend to get a bad camera angle. Anybody who works on camera, anyone who takes photographs will know that you need to be, at least sort of, the same height level as the person that you are photographing or videoing. Especially, YouTubers typically like to have the camera set a little bit higher so you get a really good angle. It's all about angles and lighting. That ceremony, service, is not conducive to having good pictures taken. The photographers are at completely the wrong angle. It's a grey day with the natural lighting that comes in. Shadows are cast. It is not the best for having your photograph or any video work taken. That said, how someone looks is kind of reflected. I actually thought, and I commented in my video about Remembrance Sunday. By the way, my video does cover all the royal moments, so do go and check that out if you haven't already. I thought that she looked 10 times better than what she did at the previous Remembrance Sunday service. Whereas I thought she looked, ill last time, I actually thought she looked very refreshed. I thought she looked well rested. And certainly the treatment that she's been having, the preventative cancer treatment, I think has done her the world of good. Whatever the operation was that she had, I think it's fixed things, and things are on the move, on the mend, fingers crossed. So I thought she looked better than what she did last year. Now, Narinder completely overstepped the line by making a few comments. So the tweet or the X that she put out, are we still calling them tweets or X's? No idea. So she put out on social media, genuine question, why has Kate aged so much? Isn't she only 42? Is she a smoker? It's the only explanation. Now, those remarks, I think, are baiting. They are definitely baiting. For a start, I don't think that Catherine does look like she's aged so much. Second of all, someone who is 42, as I'm 41, I don't look the same as what I did 20 years ago. It is a natural fact that people age, celebrities age, royals age, Her late Majesty aged, everyone ages. And I actually think that Catherine is aging really, really well for 42. As far as we're aware, she hasn't had any, major work done. She may have had a few tweakments here and there. Haven't we all? Don't we all, try our best to keep our skin looking as good? Lotions, potions. She may have had a few tweakments, maybe some baby Botox. I'm not here to judge. But I don't think she's had anything major like brow lifts, eye lifts, all the rest of it. She was displaying, I think a new set of eyebrows. I think she's definitely had her eyebrows tweaked. They definitely looked a little bit different. But I don't think she's had any major, surgery to help with looks. So she's aging naturally as possible. And I think that's a good way because we don't often see celebrities or, royals are not celebrities. I don't want to lump them in the same group, but well-known famous faces, we often see them having more than tweakments, and they often they end up with the same puffy look. Catherine hasn't got that, so I think we can applaud and respect Catherine for aging the way that she is choosing to do. Minor tweakments, you know, looking after your skin, perfectly fine. I mean, if ever she did want to have a facelift, who are we to judge? But I think Narinder is way off the mark by claiming that she's aged so much and only being 42. Is she a smoker? I mean, what is Narinder trying to do? Is she, you know, Catherine is not a smoker as far as, you know, we are aware. And by saying it's the only explanation for something that you fabricated, I think it's absolutely completely ridiculous. So Narinder said after all of this that she thought she'd do a quick video instead of a tweet after tweet because it became pretty ridiculous, as it wasn't ridiculous enough already. I think she's talking about her apology. She said, "I put out a stupid tweet that wasn't my intention. My intention was not to be malicious or nasty or anything." Well, it did come across malicious, nasty. She says, "I'm not like that." Well, you were, because that's what you put out. Although I do, you know, people can make mistakes. But let's just see if the apology is worthy. She says, "I'm not like that. Anyone who knows me, it was stupid to ask about the aging." I agree, it was completely stupid. "I've admitted that. I've put my hands up and apologised if it caused offence. The only people who were offended, though, because many people on Twitter and social media have asked exactly what I've asked." Well, I've not seen that. I think most people that I've seen in the comments said how good Catherine was looking and how much more healthy she was looking. What I've asked but did not receive the sexual, racial, violent abuse that I did from accounts with EDL, that's the English Defence League. Flags, Union Jacks, disgusting abuse. Narinder said that her brother went through the brutal treatment of chemo. Well, she should know then, shouldn't she? If she's had a family member that's gone through chemo, she should know that chemo can make you look tired. It can, you know, until you're sort of off it and feeling a lot better. Although I don't think I think because Catherine withdrew from public life like she did, I don't think we saw her at her worst with the chemo treatment, which I think is what she wanted. I don't think she wanted people to see her at her worst. I think the photos and the video footage that we had were from the days when she was well enough to, you know, to feel well enough to show herself on camera. So I don't think we did see Catherine at her worst. So coming out of that, the Remembrance Sunday at the service at the Albert Hall, I think she looked glowing. I absolutely loved her look from that. So after claiming that a lot of the comments Narinder had received in response to her original tweet were about Meghan Markle, I think Narinder played into the Sussex squad hands, and I think she, you know, whipped up. As soon as someone else says something, the Sussex squad are going to get whipped up, and of course they are going to put out their own vile, nasty comments. So she said, "What's Meghan got to do with it?" Well, I agree. What does Meghan have to do with anything except her supporters, who like to jump on any bandwagon that's going, and, you know, they would have latched on. Well, they did. They latched onto this and really went for it. So yeah, Narinder says, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving the country. I'm going to continue. You can keep cancelling me as much as you like, but you will not silence my voice just because I'm a brown woman." She's trying to make it about race. And that is it. Well, I don't think she is being silenced or cancelled because, in her own words, she's a brown woman. I think Narinder has had incredible success because of who she is and what she has to offer, and having that voice on various platforms. So I think Narinder is way off the mark there. People are not criticising her because of the colour of her skin. People are criticising her because of what she said, what came out of her mouth, and people are not agreeing with it, and people are thinking that it's nasty, that it's malicious, that it was with ill intent. So I think I'm going to park the Narinder issue there. We all have our own opinions about what she said. I would like to know your thoughts and comments on it. So if you'd like to leave a comment in the description box below, that would be most welcome. So thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media. And of course, do hit that bell so that you know whenever I come back and upload a new video. So from me, mwah, to you all my lovies, and goodbye.